A lot of people believe there's an easy way to stop buy now, pay later payments. They think if they close their debit card, cancel the card, or report it lost, the payments will simply stop. But that's not how it works. In fact, many consumers are shocked when buy now, pay later payments continue coming out of their account even after they receive a brand new debit card. So what's actually happening? And can closing your debit card really stop BNPL payments? Let's break it down. When you sign up for a buy now, pay later service, you're creating a payment agreement. You're not simply giving the company permission to charge a piece of plastic. You're agreeing to repay a debt according to a specific schedule. That's an important distinction. Many consumers think the debit card is the payment obligation. In reality, the debit card is just the payment method. The obligation to pay still exists. This is where confusion starts. Let's say you purchase a 500 item using buy now, pay later and connect your debit card for future payments. A month later, you decide you don't want the payments coming out anymore. You close the card, lock the card, or order a replacement. You assume the problem is solved. Then the next payment still goes through. Why? Because many recurring payment arrangements can continue through updated card information provided by payment networks and financial institutions. The merchant may receive updated card credentials automatically. From the consumer's perspective, it feels like the old card is still working. In reality, the payment relationship is what's continuing, not necessarily the old card number. Even if the payment doesn't process successfully, the debt doesn't disappear. That's another major misconception. Some people think if they can stop the payment, they've stopped the obligation. They haven't. All they've done is create a missed payment. The buy now, pay later provider still expects payment according to the agreement. If the payment fails, the company may attempt another withdrawal. You may receive notices requesting payment. Late fees could be assessed depending on the provider and agreement. In more serious situations, the account could become delinquent. And that's where the financial consequences start becoming much larger than the original payment. Banks see this misunderstanding all the time. Consumers focus on blocking the transaction instead of addressing the underlying debt. But from the lender's perspective, the obligation still exists whether the debit card works or not. Think about it this way. If someone finances a car, closing a debit card doesn't eliminate the car loan. The payment method and the debt are two different things. The same principle applies to buy now, pay later arrangements. Another common mistake is closing an entire checking account to stop automatic payments. While that may stop future withdrawals from that specific account, it doesn't eliminate the repayment obligation. The provider can still pursue collection efforts for unpaid balances. The debt itself remains. The safest approach is usually to work directly with the provider if you're experiencing financial difficulties. Ignoring payments or attempting to make them disappear by closing cards often creates bigger problems later. What starts as a small payment issue can eventually turn into collection activity, damaged banking relationships, and potential credit consequences depending on the provider's reporting practices. The key lesson is simple. A debit card is a payment tool. It is not the debt itself. Closing a debit card may change how a company attempts to collect payment, but it does not automatically cancel the agreement you signed. That's why closing your debit card is rarely the solution people think it is. And understanding that distinction can save you from a much bigger financial headache down the road.
Disclaimer. This content is for educational purposes only and is not legal, compliance, or financial advice. Please consult a qualified professional before making any financial decisions.